What's up, guys? We made it out here. Just got the kayak loaded up and I'm paddling out to my destination. It'll probably take about an hour. If I see something cool along the way, I'll stop and video it. Otherwise, we'll see you in just a bit. See if I can find a good spot to beach this kayak here. The water's pretty shallow, about 1.5 feet deep. Made it to the island here. I'm just trying to find a good spot to set up a camp tonight. I went down to the other end here on the south end of Shakleford Banks. There's a lot of boaters there. There's a lot up here as well. See some houseboats, some fishing boats. Looks like everybody's having a good time enjoying this beautiful day. And I'm just gonna go down here a little bit closer because the island kind of shrinks up on the north end. And I think if I can get in there, I can probably roll this kayak, try to camp on the beach side, see if I can get some breeze, keep these bugs away from me. But I'm just enjoying myself. I've done a lot of miles already today. Yeah, I've just got my kayak up here on the beach, and I think I found a perfect campsite. And all these pretty trees and sand I can set my tent up on. This happens to be a picnic table here. That's a bonus. Looks like there's some water there. Someone left an old inflatable raft there. It's got a pretty good breeze blowing through here. So I think I'll just set up right here. Looks good to me. Got everything off my kayak now, which was a task. I really couldn't believe how much stuff I had stuffed in there. So I've got the one Tigris tent that I've used before, and I've got my folding camp chair and one Tigris sleeping bag, and I brought some my bathroom bags, got my toothbrush, toothpaste, and cleaning stuff, and that sleeping mat. That's what I'll sleep on. And I've got a ground cover here that I'll put out in front of the tent so I won't get sand all in there. Got my cooler, plenty of water, some propane bottles, and got my big bag. It's full of food and cooking supplies. So I had all that loaded in this front compartment. I'm really surprised how much stuff I was able to get in there. Got the fish finder on there. That worked good because it's really shallow on this water, and well, it's kind of difficult in some spots. It got below a foot deep of water, so I had to paddle some, but that let me know before I got up on the sandbars. I'll take a little tour around and see where this trail leads to, if it goes anywhere. Looks like some animals have been here bedded down. There's horse dung. So this is the horse trail. And I'm not sure, they're supposed to be freshwater. One little freshwater pond on here. I'm not sure if this is it or not. It might be. And it looks like this trail dead ends. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I'll head back and just chill out and relax for the night. Get a good plan going for tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm all set up now. Got the tent finished. I put this pad down here so I can kind of keep the sand out. But I've got my fold-up chair here, one Tigger's tent, sleeping bag, and I've got the mat, which you can unscrew and it lets the air in. It's memory foam and it'll swell up. It sleeps really good, and it's only going to be about 60 tonight, so I should be fine. But this is all done now. It's time to start thinking about some food. I brought some things to cook, so I'm gonna get started with that next. Well, guys, I screwed up. I got 2 of these propane bottles, which I thought my Peak 1 stove worked on these. I don't know what I was thinking, but they work on these small ones. And I just happen to have one of these with me, and it's probably about half empty. But I want to cook some fish tomorrow, and I know I want to put that on there. And I've got some oil too. I could fry them in the pan. I don't really like to have oil around fire, but I do have this grill I haven't used yet. I could make a fire and put it on top of it. It's a little windy here right now. I don't really want to do that either. I've got an alcohol stove, but no alcohol. I've got another one of these little titanium mini stoves that also goes on the small bottles. So I'm not sure what to do. I've got some sirloin burger, Campbell's Chunky. I would want to heat that up for sure. It would be better. I've got some risotto, white cheese, and broccolini. I need to add some water. That also needs heat. I've got some Velveeta shells and cheese. That needs water and heat. But I do have some Vienna sausages. I've got some those little Quaker oat bars. So I think I may just eat this evening. Unfortunately, I want to save this. I'm going to use that tomorrow because I want to cook fish on that. And I may do something different too tomorrow, who knows, but this isn't going to do me any good without any alcohol. So Vienna sausages it is. The dinner of champions, Vienna sausage. It's not what I was planning on eating tonight, but it is what it is. I'll survive. I mean, does anyone really drink this water out of here? I'm not. I'm gonna pour that out. Handy dandy spork. Well, I mean, this is survival food. I'm not going to go hungry tonight. It's not great, but it's supper. I wish I had some crackers. Oh, it's Nature's Valley Crunch Oats and Honey. That's what I had. I'll just eat this with those Vienna sausages. It's been about 5 minutes now. Let's take a look at this. It's ready. got potatoes, looks like some peppers, some more pieces of eggs. It's not the best, but it's good. This will hold me over this morning. So I'm thinking about packing up this camp. As much as I like it, it's nice, but the wind's blowing this direction. Right now the tide's going out that way, and I would like to go to that end of the island. I don't want to leave my stuff here and come back, so I'm thinking about taking it all down and spending another night over near Kayak Lookout. That's where I'd really like to do some fishing. That'll put me about 6 or 7 miles to get back. But hopefully I can time it where the tide's coming in and it'll be a little easier to get back. I'm still debating that. I'll sit here and finish this breakfast and decide what I want to do next. Well, I decided to go ahead and pack up my camp. I got everything loaded up on the kayak, as you can see here. But the problem is I was wanting to go up to the Cape Lookout side of Shakleford Banks. I wanted to go over on that end, and I looked out and thought the tide was going that way, but it's deceiving. The wind's blowing one direction, but the tide's coming back the other direction, so I wasn't going very far in the kayak. Plus this water is only about 9 inches deep until you get way out there, and I was having a hard time getting it out there. So I'm just gonna wait. I've got it tied off here to a big tree on the beach. I'm gonna give it a couple hours, maybe go around and catch some bait fish, get ready for fishing, but I'm gonna wait for the tide to get high so I can get out there a little bit easier. Plus I've got all these oyster beds here to deal with. I want to get around all of that. I may go over there and look and see if I can find some. So let's stand by at the moment. We'll be back soon. Look at the shallows. So I'm out pushing the kayak now. About deep water. Got to get around all these oyster beds. Make my way to the other end of the island here. The wind's not helping. Stay tuned. Well, I'll make it there soon. What's up, guys? I just had to stop, take a break. I've been paddling now for about 4 hours. I went all the way almost to the other end of the island, and the tide was low and it was just impassable. The only way to get around there would have been to pick that kayak up and carry it around, or wait until 6:30 when high tide comes. But I changed my mind and just came back up to the other end here, closer to where I was staying last night. But I'm gonna head back a little bit further toward the inlet and see if I can find a good camp spot there. Should be some good shore fishing as well. But I'm hot and tired, so I found this nice big old tree that fell here. It's probably not the safest, but well, it's been here for a long time, I'm sure. And it's making a nice shade for me. I've been saving this cold sun drop for a while, so I'm about to enjoy this and a couple of snacks and crackers and take a quick break and get back on the water. It's not a bad spot to stop and have lunch. In fact, if I had to have a shelter, this big tree right here, I could put my tarps down both sides of it and sleep underneath it if I had to. It looks like there might have been some type of building right there as well. I see those 4x4s buried down in the sand. I'm not sure what that was. Not a bad spot. made it to my campsite number 2, day 2, night 2, and I've got the tent set up here. I found another location. It's kind of up high from the water. I can see out over the water here. I tried really hard to get down to the other end of the island near Cape Lookout where the lighthouses were, but the tide was all the way at its lowest point, and it was next to impossible. I spent about 4.5 to 5 hours trying to get through there. The only way I could have was went way out into the channel and around, and I calculated it, and it was going to be about 8 miles to try and do that. So I don't have time to do that. Maybe another trip. So for today, I'll just be camped out here. But I am right next to the Shakleford Banks cemetery. So before it gets dark, I'll take you guys over there and walk around and show you that place. And I'll come back here and heat some food up and call it a day. I'm tired. Well guys, welcome to Shakleford Banks Cemetery. There's probably a dozen or so graves here. They date back to the 1800s, and it's kind of roped off. I understand that the local Boy Scouts keep this up here. So we'll take a tour and I'll show you what's back here. There's signs out here pointing to the cemetery. It's just a small, short walk here to get to it. One sign says no camping, no campfires, so I guess you don't want to camp here anyway, but there's no camping here. But I'm not too far away. I'm probably 100 yards away, so that's okay. So let's take a look and I'll show you what's back here. Guess there's deer on the island too. I guess I should take the paper off of it. That's burning down in my suit. Find my gloves to get that off. might want some coffee tonight. And I need some hot water. I'm gonna make this Velveeta show some cheese. So this little grate here works pretty good if you've got some fresh wood that you can put it on, or some bricks or something, but I'm out here with limited resources, so this seems to work just fine. Water is boiling now. These little cups here are really made for the microwave, but that'll be just fine with pouring hot water in there. We got a full rolling boil here. Leave that off for now. Leave the lid on it, let it sit for a while. And I've got some cheese sauce to pour over them when they're soft. Well guys, I'm sorry I don't have a nice gourmet dinner for you like normally. I'll have a steak dinner, a bacon cheeseburger, or something nice like that. I could have got a chance to fish today. I could have cooked some fish over there. But this is just fine. If you've never had this before, it's really good. This sirloin steak vegetable soup. It's got peas, carrots, potatoes, and sirloin pieces. It's really good. And I've got mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is tender now. I'm just gonna pour this water off. Well, most of it anyway. And it's just like you make it home. You got the cheese sauce package. Stick that in there. Yeah, I really wish I could have made it over and to the shore side of the ocean and did some ocean kayaking, but that wasn't in the cards today. That just didn't work out. Maybe next time though. Yeah, looks just like my mac and cheese I make at home. Velveeta. It's turned to be a nice night here. It's about 10 degrees warmer than it was last night. And I didn't get cold last night, but definitely tonight I won't even need the sleeping bag. My little tank ran out just in time to get the water hot. Let that sit a few minutes. good coffee. Well guys, it's day 3. I've slept 2 nights here. I've had a great time. I really love the place. I've never seen it before, and it was a great opportunity to be able to come and see somewhere new. I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you have as well. But as all good things must come to an end, it's time for me to pack up this camp and load it on the kayak. I've got about 2 or 3 miles to go across the waterway to get back to the boat ramp. And I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please do me a favor and hit the like button or comment if you have any questions or any ideas for my next adventure. But as always, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Well, I've made it to Taylor's Creek. This is where the boat landing's at. That's a big difference getting over here in calm water. We are going 5.1 miles per hour now. Let's see if I can get to 5.3. 5.3. Yeah, we're moving now. We'll be there real quick. Alright, I think we've made it to the boat dock. Hopefully my truck's still there. Oh yeah, I see it. Let's see if anyone's here waiting. Like one side's open. The guy there fishing. Trying to stay out of his way. Alright, let me dock this thing. Well, I'm in the bathroom. Time to change clothes before I hit the road. You hear people talk about that salt life. I think this is what they mean. I'm covered in it. All right, made it back, guys. It's all loaded up. Time for me to head back home. See you soon.